I don't know about you guys, but the one thing that stood out to me the most after this chapter is the uncertainty if we'll be actually going into Wano in October. To be honest, I'm still not sure if we will, because there's so much more to get resolved that hasn't been resolved yet. Individual event that's going to matter at the end of this arc, like for instance, Sanji putting in Chiffon teaming up to make the cake, dedicated a chunk of this chapter to that event. So they did that last week with the whole situation with Nami, Jinbei, Carrot, Brook, and Chopper actually mourning over Pedro's loss, and Jinbei was the one to rally the troops, right? Thinking about what to do next, obviously thinking about a coup de burst. Now, I don't know if they're going to have the chance to do that now. Well, obviously, Big Mom hot on the heels, literally by the end of this chapter. It's uncertain if we'll actually go into Wano, and to be honest, even if we don't in October, I'm fine with that, because I would not mind waiting until December for Wano, because that would give more time to the Reverie, and it would give more time to a befitting ending to this arc. We know for a fact that Big Mom is not going down. She's not going to be brought down in this arc. She's too damn strong. So, and I hate to say this, but it seems like it really is the only way to resolve this is with the cake. And we saw a portion of this pudding be as useful as she's ever been, with obviously using her fruit abilities to actually take the memories of the chefs she actually alerted to actually prepare the ingredients so they can get started on the cake. So she erased the memories of, I guess, of what happened with the Straw Hats. So that's why Sanji was like, the coast is clear. He came out the carpet. So let's start with the cover page, and once again with Sai and Baby Five. We don't get to see them. We get to see the ex-fiance, who more and more, in my opinion, resembles somebody who comes from the Kamabaka Kingdom, that was on the island where Sanji was for the time skip. It was pretty much training on the Even Corp. So that looks like that screams out transvestite to me. That could be me. Some of you guys could have made that assessment already. So I would not be surprised about that. Gotta say, I love the. By the way, it looks like we're gonna have a novel about the Straw Hat story, so that could be cool. I love the spread, by the way. It's not a colour spread, but we did get a spread of the Shishibukai in German 66 outfits. So you got Mihawk there, you've got Weevil, Whitebeard Jr., you have Doflamingo, you have Kuma, you have Boa Hancock in the radio gear, which is a nice fit. You even have Jinbei, Law, Crocker Boy. So I love that shot of all the Shishibukai. And I think, speaking of Weevil, I think he's definitely going to make an appearance on Wano, because obviously if Marco comes into the picture, that brings two birds with one stone. So I would not be surprised at all. Like I said, I would be surprised if the Wano arc starts in December. And like I said, I don't have a problem with that. The beginning portion of this chapter was pretty much dedicated to Sanji, Chiffon, and Pudding making the cake. And I love the interaction. I don't know about you guys, but I love the interactions with Pudding and Sanji. I think I think it'd be kind of cool if they actually do manage to make a cute couple. They do make a cute couple now, especially when you got the chefs like complimenting Sanji and Pudding twice. So Pudding fainted, and number one was when Pudding got changed and then changed into the chef outfit. By the way, they look really good on her. Sanji was complimenting her. She fainted once, and then again when the chefs were actually complimenting. Oh, this is going to be the first time Sanji and Pudding as a husband and wife teaming up to make a cake. So, and then she faints again. But if you notice very carefully, I think it's a inner demon. Like when she's giving the finger to Sanji, it's like, yeah, this ain't gonna happen, guys. But I think it's Soda's way of getting us ready. I think it may happen down the road. So I think that's a cute couple anyway. So they start off with that, and it looks like it's going to take 3 hours. At that point, 3 hours to sort out the cake, and then once now it's very important to notice they're not going to wait until it's completed. They're going to wait until it cools down, then they're going to go to sea, and I'm pretty sure there's only one ship they can actually take, and I think that's going to be Pound's cake. You saw the Viking ship he was on the previous chapter, right? He was heading in the direction of where they were going, so I'm pretty sure they're going to use Pound's ship. I said Pound and Big Mom, that situation needs to be resolved. I think it will. If Pound is the one that takes Sanji, Pudding, and Chiffon over to Big Mom because they need to get that ASAP, because right now things are going horribly wrong for Straw Hats. And like I said, there was a glimpse in this chapter of how Pudding may become useful when it comes to deal with Big Mom. If Sanji kind of actually calms down Big Mom, Pudding could actually erase the memory of the Straw Hats destroying the cake in the first place. And that may buy some time for the Straw Hats, because you literally have Pudding say, I'm going to make sure that Sanji and the Straw Hats escape at this point, because they're not going to escape in the current situation they're in. Luffy's in the mirror world. He's literally trying to make sure it's a one-on-one fight, which is why Katakuri literally told Brule, the Charlotte family we get introduced, the 29th daughter, Charlotte Juscapon, and 34th son, Mascarpone. And I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but weren't they involved with the song that Big Mom was singing at the beginning stage of this arc? I could be wrong. I just remember that chick with the long neck, so maybe that's why I'm thinking about that. But they have hold the mirrors, and they're going to use that to actually attack the Sunny. On characters like, go set a fire to the Sunny or something through the mirror. I'm curious as to why they can't just jump through. And you notice when the arrows come through the mirror, the room that Brook was in was on fire, and because he can deal with ice, I'm pretty sure he can put it out. So I don't think that's a problem. And literally, you have Luffy kicked all over the place. And this is something I've been saying over and over again throughout this arc during the manga. Luffy's maturity is something to behold, because even though he was getting kicked around, he's taking his eye off Katakuri, literally going after Juscapon and Mascarpone. And you see Katakuri, well, first off, he came down on his ass. Secondly, when Katakuri is stealing jet stamps, because he was literally mimicking Luffy's jet stamp with his thumbs, Luffy was dodging. And if you actually noticed the mirror, he kicked the mirror, so obviously they couldn't get through to that plot. But then he actually used that broken piece of the mirror to talk to somebody on the Sunny. So I thought, okay, that's Luffy thinking calmly in this situation. Luffy wouldn't have done that pre-time skip, but I mean, since every arc during post-time skip, he's matured a little, and in this arc, he's matured greatly. It's like, Nami, destroy all the mirrors to make sure these guys can't make that. And he tried to come into contact with Jinbei, but if you notice that panel, Jinbei was focusing on something else, and he was obviously focused on the fleet of ships under the command of Armande. If you notice carefully, they're actually shooting at the Sunny. The other part was Big Mom literally coming on the candy, I guess the candy slug still, and by the end she creates a freaking tsunami. So, and Luffy is aware what's going on right now. So I don't know what Luffy's going to do. His whole goal is to actually focus to get everybody to destroy the mirror so he can focus on Katakuri. So he tells Nami, she doesn't really come to a conclusion, because by the time they realize Big Mom's unleashed a tsunami, and if you notice that panel, there is a freaking face on the waves. So I'm pretty sure she just gave life to water. So I don't know if that was there already, or because I didn't see a face in the water when she was walking on that. But then when she created the tsunami, there was a face. So technically speaking, she has the power to control the elements, right? So I thought that's kind of cool. So I don't know how the Straw Hats are going to get out of this. Like I said, the only way right now is if Sanji and Pudding and Chiffon actually meet up with the Straw Hats to actually calm down Big Mom with the wedding cake. I think that, I hate to say it, but I think that's the only way this could be resolved right now. Because right now, I don't see, unless Jinbei steps up to actually throw water back at Big Mom, which isn't really going to do a whole lot. Honestly, Luffy has to deal with Katakuri in the mirror world. And by the way, there's no point in Oda still having Luffy in the mirror world if Luffy isn't going to pull out something new against Katakuri. Because right now, Luffy knows how badly he's getting wrecked. He knows what's going on. And he still wants to focus on Katakuri. Like I said, and by the end, Nami says, I think this could be the Emperor's. I don't think so. I have two things for sure. Somebody's going to help him out, or Sanji, Pudding, and Chiffon are going to meet up with a wedding cake. So that could be a stretch. But right now, things are still not resolved in Whole Cake Island. It looks like this could take a lot longer than a month to resolve if things go like this. Obviously, like I said, they're dedicating big portions of this chapter to like certain events like Chiffon, Pudding, and Sanji teaming up to make the cake. And at the end, you have Katakuri in the mirror world destroying Luffy, but Luffy still having the wherewithal to actually pick up on the surroundings and pick it up on the fact that Brule is still a threat. Personally, I think Nami could deal with that. Brock may actually destroy the mirrors because obviously he's the closest to that room. Nami still is focusing on the tsunami, and so is Jinbei. I don't know where the hell Chopper is in all this. And Carrot's pretty much on the crow's nest. So I don't know where they're going to be a team effort, but right now it is not looking good for the Straw Hats as well. The title of the chapter is more up and down than ever with no way out, because I think more than anything else, this could be resolved without fighting. And I hate to say that, especially when a lot of people want Sanji to get that win back. He still could get a fight, because obviously we know Daifuku could be heading that way. I don't know where the hell Commander Smoothie is in all this. She hasn't appeared. There's two groups of people I think actually could escort Sanji to the Big Mom. Number one is obviously Pound, I just mentioned, in the Viking ship, or something I've been preaching about ever since the cake fell down, and that's possibly we may get to see the Vinsmokes again, actually giving assistance to Sanji to meet up with Big Mom. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I really like this chapter. Obviously, the shots are literally in hot water. No pun intended. So that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you did. I appreciate that. Comment down the thoughts about what you think is happening next. Subscribe to the channel for more One Piece. Catch you guys later. Bye.